Hey guys, so this video is going to talk about, finally we're going to talk about chord progressions. Chord progressions. Have you heard of chord progressions? There is a very, have you guys, there's this group of musicians, these comedic musicians that put together a really good show. They call themselves the Axis of Awesome. Axis of Awesome. And years ago, you probably have heard of it. They put together this great performance called Four Chord Songs, where they play these group of chords together in a loop, and through that loop manage to play a number of popular songs that we all know back to back to back. And it's really funny, it's really cool. And the reason why I bring that up, and I'll put the link in the description if you want to see, is that they showcase very cool the idea of chord progressions, a group of chords that are played one after the other that form together a kind of song. Chords that work together like a family. At the beginning of the video, of their video, at the bottom of the screen, it lists the chord progression. It says like a big capital Roman 1, and then it goes to, I believe, 1 5 6 4. 1 5 6 4. Some are big, some are small, and that's what this video will be about. Is that I'm going to try to explain exactly what the heck those numbers mean. What's a 1 chord? What's a 5 chord? And explain to you how you can uncover what that means for yourself in other keys for other songs, so that you can understand music for yourself in a more profound way, and then you can turn it around and use it for yourself to create your own stuff. So let's just jump right into it. It's almost 2 minutes. We haven't done anything. All right, so what we're gonna do is that we're gonna play in the key. You know what, guys? This lighting, I'm so sorry. Just for the sake of this lesson, we're just gonna turn it off. I think you guys can read what I'm saying here. Okay, so we're starting right here. We got our D major scale, and there's the scale written out for you right there: D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. Now, what we're gonna do with this scale is that we are going to, from these notes, from all of these notes, we're gonna make triads going downward like that. Okay, and those triads will be the chords that make up the family of chords that one plays when one plays in the key of D. So, but we'll do this very slowly. Okay, so what we're gonna do is that we're gonna play a kind of hopscotch kind of game, and I'll explain what I mean. Okay, we're gonna start with D. What you do is that you move over to the right. So we're gonna skip E, go to F sharp. You see that? Now we're going to grab this F sharp. We're going to take this F sharp and we're going to put the F sharp beneath the D. All right? So it's going to look like that. All right? So we got our F sharp beneath the D. So now we're still at F sharp. We're going to do it again. We're going to move to the right to G. We're going to skip the one right next door. We're going to keep going. Grab that A. Okay? Grab that A and then put that A right beneath the F sharp. So now, very nicely, we have 3 notes in a row. Now this makes a triad. D, F sharp, A. That should look familiar to you. That's a chord, okay? Now that's one triad. Now let's move on to the next chord. So we're going to start with E. Same thing. We're going to skip the F sharp, go straight to the one next to it, G. Pick up that G, put it under the E, okay? And then after you do that, keep going, skip the A, go to the B, grab the B, put it under the G that you put under the E. So it's going to look like E, G, and then B. You see that? E, G, and B. So F sharp would be what? F sharp, A, and then C sharp right there. G would be G, B, D. You're going to put that underneath. So you're going to keep playing this hopscotch game until you can fill out all of the chords. Now you can fast forward here because this is going to take a second, but yeah, this is the kind of game that you play when you what we're doing here is that we are what's called harmonizing the scale. Okay, well, let's just show these. Okay, so as you notice here, F, A, C sharp, F, A, C sharp, G, B, D, G, B, D, A, C sharp, E, A, C sharp, E, B, D, F sharp, B, D, F sharp, and then C sharp, E, G, C sharp, E, G. Okay? So we've got 3 notes going down every single note from the D major scale. Remember, the top was originally the D major scale, and then from the scale we made all these triads, all right? Now, if you'll recall, there was a video before where I wrote out the major scale, and then under every note of the scale I wrote a number. You know, this is the 1, this is the 2, this is the 3, this is the 4. What we're going to do, we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to use Roman numerals, okay? Roman numerals. And that's the way that music is kind of written down. So you can see this as kind of your like initiation into the club. This is the way that people do it here. So you want to be cool like us, right? So here we go. And if you're familiar with Roman numerals, they come in 2 flavors. There's uppercase Roman numerals and there's lowercase Roman numerals. And we use them both. Uppercase to denote major, and then lowercase to denote minor. Upper major, lower minor. Let me just show you a quick example. So the first chord that we made there, D, F sharp A, D, F sharp A, that's a major chord, right? So this is the 1 chord. It's the first chord of the scale, and it happens to be major. It's the first one and it's major. So it's the first one, so we write 1, and it's major, so we make it uppercase. You see that? Now let's move on. E, G, B, E, G, B, E, G, B, that's minor, okay? So this is chord number 2, so we're going to write a 2 right here, and it's going to be lowercase. So what does a lowercase Roman numeral look like? Oh, it's kind of like that. You see that? 2 and lowercase. So E minor is the 2 and it's lowercase. So let's keep going here. Number 3 is F sharp minor. That's also lowercase. But number 4, let me see here. It's going to be our first uppercase. So let's see what that looks like. You see? So the first one is major, so we got that. Second is minor, so it's lowercase 2. Third one is minor, so that's lowercase 3. And then number 4 is major. You see that? So that's a big uppercase 4. GBD, G major, the 4th. F sharp minor, that's the minor 3rd. EGB, E minor, minor 2nd. You see that? So let's keep going. A, C sharp, E. A, C sharp, E. What's that? That's a major. And it's the 5th. So we want a capital 5. You see that? Capital 5. You see that? 1, 2, 1, lowercase 2, lowercase 3, capital 4, capital 5. Now we got 2 left. B, D, F sharp. B, D, F sharp. What triad is that? It is B. Good. B minor. Good. B minor. So we need a lowercase 6. A lowercase 6. So what does that look like? Lowercase 6 looks like that. Looks like a kind of like a little V and then plus a little 1 right there. And then this one, the last one, this is a curious one because it's neither minor nor it's major. Okay? C sharp, E, and G. C sharp, E, G. Well, in the key of C sharp, E, and G, that makes it a minor or a flat 3rd and a flat 5th. A flat 3rd and a flat 5th. So it's not major, it's not minor, it is, see, 7 plus that little circle dot, that's code word for a diminished. Okay, so we have here these right here, my friend. These are all the chords that we've made by using the notes from the D major scale. We wrote out the scale, we lined them up, we've made all these triads, we've ordered them from 1 to 7, and we've made uppercase and lowercase with respect to which one is major and which one is minor. Now, there's 2 things I want you to notice. Is that one is the pattern. You see, it goes major, minor, minor, major, major, and then minor. Don't ignore the last one. That's not really major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, major, minor, minor, major, major, minor. The 1, the 4, and the 5 are majors. Okay? The 6, the 3, and the 2 are minor. What I want you to understand is that sequence of majors and minors is the same for every key. This exercise happened to be in the key of D. We had the D major scale and we made all those triads, right? Had we been working in the key of E flat, G, C, what have you, we would write out that respective scale, we would make those chords, and those chords would fall in that same pattern. The 1, the 4, and the 5 would be major, and the 2, the 3, and the 6 would be minor. Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor. The 6 is always minor. The 5 is always major, etc., etc., etc. So that goes for all chords, or that goes for all keys. Very important thing to know. Very cool. You can work out other scales and see that it's true. Now, the second thing that I want you to know is that these numbers right here, these are the numbers, these are the symbols that people use when they write down chord progressions. When they write down chord progressions. I brought up the Axis of Awesome at the beginning of this video because they're a paramount example. Like I said, at the bottom of their video, what's their chord progression? I think it's 1, 5, 6, 4 that they choose to use. 1, 5, 6, 4. So let's pretend that the Axis of Awesome, that those songs were played in the key of D. It could have been any key, but let's just pretend it's the key of D, because we have the key of D written right in front of us right here. So if their chord progression, let's write down their chord progression right there as I think it is. I might be wrong, but I think it's 1, 5, 5. They move the 5 to the 6, and then to the 4. You see that? So right at the bottom there, I wrote the chord progression. That's 1, 5, 6, 4. You see that? 1, 5, 6, 4. That's a chord progression. Now, if that's what they were doing, if they were doing this chord progression and they were playing in the key of D, then what chords were they playing? 1, 5, 4, 6. Well, we have the chords written right here, and we have the chords written right here. So, a 1 chord. This is the 1 chord in the key of D, D major. Now, the second chord there says 5. What's the 5? 5 right here in the key of D. Ah, look at that. A major. A major, you see that? Then it goes to the 6. What's the 6? 6, 6, 6 right there? B minor. B minor, and then it goes to the 4, major 4. So 4 is right here, G. G major. So since we know what it is, we can write it out like this. 1, 5, 6, 4, 1, 5, 6, 4. So I'm gonna write it using the letters here. So that's D, A, and then let's see here. Yeah, the 6, and then the 4 is G. So to make it even more easy to understand, here's the chord progression again, and we matched up each one with what they are, and then so it would be this: D major, A major, B minor, G major. You see that? This one corresponds to this one. The 5 corresponds to the 5 here, which is A. The 6 corresponds to the B, and then the 4 corresponds to the G. So 1, 5, 6, 4, 1, 5, 6, 4, D, A, B, G, D, A, B, G. So you got your guitar, you got your piano. If you know those chords, which you should at this point, your majors and your minors, you play those chords back to back. A, whatever the fuck it was, A, D, A, B, G, D, A, B, G. The chords will work together. You'll find that out of the chords take a life of their own. They become kind of a song. They naturally move into one another. And this, and I'll end the video with this, that this chord progression, 1, 5, 6, 4, is just one combination. you can make up any chord progression that you can think of. There's a handful of really popular ones that literally have thousands of songs. This is the part where it gets exciting, because then you can look at the music that you like, figure out what key it's in, and then try to figure out what the chord progression is, and then see what the artist that you like come up with. What was in their head when they were writing their music, and then experiment. You'll find that when you play, that certain chords have strong relationships towards one another. Having the chords written out the way that we did, 1 through 6, you'll find that the 5 chord, whatever it is, has a strong relationship to the 1. You'll find that the 1 has a good relationship to the 6. The 6 has a good relationship to the 2. 1, 6, 2, 5 is another really popular one. Or if you're talking about the blues is 1, 4, and 5, just the majors. And then as soon as you ask what key you're playing in, you can figure out what chords are being played. You understand? So this is really where it's at. This is, using everything that we've learned up to this point to understand why certain chords go together, where the chords come from, and the relationship that the chord progression has to the major scale. How you get one from the other. Is this incredibly complicated? Well, it feels really complicated at the beginning, and I advise you to take your time with it. If you have any questions about anything at all, about anything that I didn't talk about, feel free to leave a comment. This is for you guys. And so if you have any questions, just leave it in the comments. I'll get back to you ASAP. All right, thanks for watching, and I hope this was useful. Catch you around.